What up? It's your boy T-Bear on the reaction. Today's Music Monday. And about to check out another episode of I Was a 90s Dancer. Now, this is a dance group I'm not too familiar with called the Mecca Dancer, who they say toured with Whitney Houston and danced in the Mary J. Blige Real Love video. But I've been loving this series though of on Soul Train BET. I thought it was BET channel, but that's the Soul Train channel, powered by BET. But still, I like in this series they got going on here, which is nice though. I mean, the last episode with Terrible T for Old Town 3x7, that was a good story. The one with Josie, the one with the BBD dancers as well too. All good stories though. So let's check out another one of some well-known dancers though. I'm hoping Big Les have her one unless she's part of this. Who knows? Because I think I remember her on the Real Love dance. I'm not sure, but we'll still find out anyway. And later on, I think Fatima might got started in the 90s too. We'll hopefully see something from her. I know some other 90s dancers out there too. I want to do some male dance. One of the well-known one who came later on, a big TV star. That's Flex Alexander. He should be on there as well too. If they do the guys. So without further ado, let's check out. Oh, and I wonder if Diddy would do it. He probably won't, but still, he was a dancer as well too before he came the big hip hop vocal and all that. But yeah, other than that, let's check out the Mecca dancers. I was a 90s dancer with the Mecca dancer who toured with Whitney Houston and danced for Mary J. Blige especially on Real Love. Let's get it.
Out of every video that I have done, everyone remembers me from Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
If the internet was out when we was popping, it would have been broke. We was them girls right there.
Okay, I remember
Mary J's very first video.
Okay, I do remember these guys. I remember these dances by face though, definitely.
Video, Real Love, and then did her second video, You Remind Me.
We danced on tour with Jodeci.
The 90s was a dream come true.
You might got hit up for Women of the Time too, yeah.
My name is Shane J. Bob.
My name is Carolyn Octavia Brown.
My name is Marilyn Mitchell.
My name is Salima Mubarak.
And I
was a dancer
during the 90s.
I was born and raised in the Boogie Down, Bronx, New York.
I was born and raised in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York.
Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, baby. I was born on a small little town called Riverhead. I grew up in Long Island.
My mother, early on, sent me to dance class. I started going to the Amos Repertory Theater, which was head by Rosetta Lembois. She was the grandmother on Family Matters.
Mother was low.
And I took acting and dancing and singing at her theater. We would do off-Broadway plays. And I think that's when I was inspired by so many other great dancers and Broadway performers to be a dancer as well.
As a young child, I remember family parties in my house, and my mom was always like the entertainer in the house, and they would say, "Come on, Marilyn, show us a little something." We would do our own little Soul Train line and start dancing and having a good time. And my mom was also a model. She did a lot of fashion shows.
Wow.
And she would perform with these partners, and I was just fascinated. I think I was hooked from that moment. I didn't have the opportunities to go to dance school, just school talent shows, block parties in Brooklyn.
Whether it was my grandmother's house or a party or a block party, I was the one that everybody would push in the middle, in the center, to get me to dance. At that time, it wasn't really that many dancers. It was like Michael Jackson, it was like Janet Jackson. Those are the ones that inspired me. I was a cheerleader in high school. That was a lot of dancing. We walked in the auditorium, the gym, the back, wherever they were playing music. It was, here they go. Uh-oh, here comes Salima, let's go. My ultimate dream and goal for dancing was to be a dancer on Soul Train.
We ain't gonna walk past my man, just a stare and go back. We're not gonna go past that. We're not gonna
goal
go
for
past
dancing
that.
Was to be a.
My man's got the gameplay. Yo, I'll be finding the silliest shit to laugh at. It's not even. Oh man. I think it's just get this shit from my wife though. I be finding the silliest shit to laugh at, and this is one. God darn, my he plotting.
So on Soul Train.
Soul Train. That was it for me. I was like, I want to be a Soul Train dancer.
It just looked like fun. It just looked like glamour. It was just like, oh my God, I want to do that.
Speaking of Soul Train, I do want to. There's a couple of I was a Soul Train dancer. I do want to try fit in, not today, but not one of these Mondays. So if they don't have another episode of this next week, no time soon, I definitely want to catch up to one because there's some couple ones I definitely was familiar with watching, especially when I start rewatching it later on.
What's to be on Soul Train? When I was very young, I used to dance in the living room for my grandmother and her friends and make money, but I had never taken a dance class in my entire life.
The first time I really knew I wanted to be a hip hop dancer and dance in music videos, I was watching a Kid and Play video. The dancers in there, they were like my age. One of them actually looked like me to the point where I lied and started telling people, that's me in the video. It was actually Salt's sister.
Oh,
and
wow.
I used to say, I'm like, if they can dance in a video, so can I.
In high school, I remember doing a school talent show, and my girlfriends, we were like, let's do It's Your Thing by Salt and Pepper. After the show, this DJ came over to us and he was like, yo, I'm a DJ for Roxanne Shante and she's doing the Apollo. I want to dance for her next weekend. And I was like, okay, we can do that. That is how I fell into this dance career.
Nice.
The way I started dancing in the industry was hitting those clubs.
There were a lot of great clubs in New York to dance at. You had Latin Quarters.
Yo, this made me wish I did grow up in the 90s as a teen and a teen era, because like when we get a teen, what does that mean? Teen clubs was like very rare. It was too dangerous for the go. I didn't go to that till I got a little older, or I was able to sneak in some club, or my friends would give me in some 18 enter 21s to drink club maybe a few times, but other than that, it was kind of hard to get some of these clubs though. It was like it was there, just plus I knew the Delaware, I had to go all the way out the state to get it in. I really had to ride to get there because I wasn't that popular in high school. It's just sad, but look at me, someone now.
The Red Zone, the Tunnel, the Garage, Red Parrot. Never auditioned for anybody. Never even went to the clubs like, okay, let's see who's going to pick us up. Let's see who's going to be there so we can do this video. Nothing. We just be in the clubs, dancing, battling, and just rocking out with everybody. And we get a tap on the shoulder. We doing this video. Could you and your friend come? That was it.
I was at a club and guess who was there? Play from Kid and Play. So I'm like, this is my chance. I have to go up to him and tell him something. Not too long after that, they were doing another music video, Getting Funky, and he told me and my friends,
come down to the video.
Wow. And that's them, wow.
Dancing in the island, you be smiling. From ear to ear, let's make this clear, dear. Right in the range on the rap frontier.
I had graduated from college. I went to Cheney University, HBCU. I'm a Delta. Ooh. And I was working for AT&T. I was making like $25,000 when I first started. Someone that told me about a video and I was like, oh, I want to do this. It was like my big break to do something that I, always wanted to do. So my first music video that I ever did was with the Jungle Brothers.
Okay.
It was a Soul Train theme.
Yep.
When it's showtime at the Apollo, a lot of celebrities show up. And so LL was there and his boy was like, yo, we going to the studio. He has to record his album. He's like, y'all want to go? And I said to my friends, y'all want to go? They were like, yeah, let's go. So we go to the studio. Now, I didn't know about those hidden mirrors back then. Well, LL was back there. And he was playing dun, 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 dun. And I was like, I started dancing, doing this little move. He comes out, I was like, yo, what's that move you was doing? I was like, what move? Like, you can see me? He's like, yeah, I saw you through that mirror. They played the song again. I start doing it. He said, you gonna be in my video. I was like, oh my God. And that was my big break.
Big Baby.
Went to the video, and I think Sweet Tea was in the video.
Oh,
Sweet Tea was looking for dance.
That's who we're okay. I thought that was her in this video. That part when when Play With Y'all Holler, they sprayed the fire hydrant. I thought that was Sweet Tea. Cause she was working with Herb as well too.
Dancers. And Peekaboo said to me and Shane, we want y'all to come down and we want y'all to dance with Sweet Tea. And we went to Herbie Love Bug's garage in the back of his house.
Smooth tip.
Busted a quick routine and That was all she wrote.
But that's usually how it works in this industry. Another artist sees you dance and another artist sees you dance with them. And they're like, I want to use those girls in my video, which was really cool because she was a female. And, you know, it was nice to be part of a female rapper, you know, to dance with her because you don't have a lot of them back then.
I got discovered by this young guy. I was in Kilimanjaro, and he was like, oh, you a dancer? And I was like, yeah. I ain't know. I just said, yeah. And he was like, well, do you have a partner? And I said, yeah. And he was like, where is she? And I said, she's over there. And then he was like, oh, we have an audition for Rob Bass tomorrow. You guys should come to the audition. And we were like, okay. We went in, we both had braids. We looked like we both the same complexion. People used to call us the twins. And we got the audition, and we went on the road with Rob Bass.
Take-Two. Wow.
And my family was livid. They thought I was crazy. They said, you got a good job. You're going to do what?
After dancing for Sweet Tea, I was on tour with her, and we did a show with this rapper, Slick Rick. And one of the dancers for Slick Rick said, hey, we have some more shows to do. If you'd like to come dance with us. And he was paying a lot. He's probably paying like 10 times what she was.
You think with them damn gold chains, he better have that money?
I was literally probably making more than most adults I knew at an early age. You know, I would go away on the weekend and do 2 shows and come back with thousands. Dancing with someone like Slick Rick, it's great when I think about it now and look back because he is definitely part of hip hop history. I have known Salima since high school. We went to high school together.
We lived in the same complex, which was called Skyview on the Hudson in Riverdale, which is in the Bronx. First of all, you could count us on your hands that lived there. So I kept seeing this girl that wasn't part of our crew. I'm like, what school do you go to? She's like, Kennedy. I'm like, I do too.
And we've been friends ever since.
I met Shane first. And of course, when you meet Shane, comes with the package of Salima because they were besties.
I'm on tour with Rob Bass, and we got a call in the hotel from Dwayne Wiggins, Tony. And he was like, oh, we want you guys to dance with us or whatever. And this was payphone. I don't know how they found us. We talked to them, and then we left Rob. We went to Japan with Tony. Well, lo and behold, here comes Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat's like, oh, I like y'all style. Can y'all stay in Japan and do my show?
Wow.
And we were like, okay. So we made up a routine. We stayed in Japan with Keith. And then we came back home.
We heard Keith Sweat was looking for dancers. We went to that audition. We booked that job.
One day Keith comes in the room. He had like 2 girls with him. Me and the other girl, we like, who are they?
We met each other and we were like instant besties.
That's how me and Marilyn ended up becoming very, very close. And I ended up moving in with Marilyn because I was the only person from Long Island. So, you know, she was like, come, my mom said you can come stay with us.
I met Marilyn years ago doing the LL tour back when I was working with Slick Rick. So I had known Marilyn for years and we had always remained cool.
I met Marilyn through Shane. We've met Carolyn through Marilyn.
And it was history from there.
I wanna treat you like a queen, cook and clean. Get your bubble back ready so I can rub you with not seam. And watch how gentle I'll be when I rub your back.
So they must might have got some literally signed by Uptown. They danced both Father C and Mary J.
When I came off from one of the Bobby tours, the first one,
Bobby,
my friend who is Puffy's god sister said, Puffy has this new artist, Father MC, and he's trying to make him a rap Bobby Brown. And he wants Bobby Brown's dancers in the video. I'm like, okay, that's nice, but I just got off tour with the real Bobby Brown, so what do you want me to do? Puffy, we know how successful he is to this day, and it's probably because of his determination. He was determined to get us in this video. He was like, I'll dance with you guys. Come on, let's go. So that's how we danced in Father MC video.
Me and Marilyn did Father MC video.
I was there dancing with Flex. He's an actor now.
And they did remember the time.
Working with Michael Jackson is probably one of the highlights of my career. I'm sure all the other girls will tell you the same story.
Being in Remember the Time was an epic experience. Could you imagine seeing the king of stage, somebody who you grew up listening to? When
he had them, he had Josie, he had Lex. Like I said, I hope Lex have her own episode soon, man. Damn.
he walked in the room, of course you're starstruck. My thing was that I'm in the same area as him. Like, oh my God. And then you had like Eddie Murphy, Iman the model, Magic Johnson.
I remember when we rehearsed and I couldn't wait to see Michael come in there. And one day I was acting silly and everybody just got really quiet. And I was like, oh, is he here? They said, yep, he's behind you. I was like, oh. I was like, oh. And I turned around, I was like, and I was just so excited.
When we rehearsed with Michael Jackson, he was doing the steps all lightly, and as soon as the music cut on and the cameras and they yelled action,
and then you hear these beats, boop, boop, boop. He went, do you remember, girl? I was like, oh.
He lost it. I don't even think we could dance. We were staring like, we were in such shock.
I literally forgot the routine because I didn't know he was gonna do that. And when that beat dropped, you're supposed to be like, pop. I kind of did it a little late.
I was on the platform with Michael Jackson. There was 3 of us on the platform, me, Tish, Fatima. I am the first girl that comes out in the video. Okay. The dancing scene starts to happen. My arm comes out first, and then I do this, and then I come out, and I'm the first girl in the video.
All the dancers who were in the Michael Jackson video that I can remember was one of Madonna's backup dancers. His name was Oliver. Buddha Stretch. They all danced for Mariah Carey. Carolyn Brown, my bestie. Shane, Salima, Josie, Big Les, Tish, Fatima, of course. One of the guys from Far Side. His name is Imani.
Oh, he was in it?
Fox. She was one of the girls who was, remember when the sheet was over their eyes? They were walking around going in a circle.
It was amazing just being able to...
Wow, first. I didn't know one of the Farsa was there too. Like I said, I heard he was dancing too, but also, another fun fact, the guy that played Michael Jackson on the Jackson 5 American Dream, older Michael that passed away, Wally Draper, he was also in the video too as a dancer.
Eyes, they were walking around eyes from Jane, Salima, Josie, Big Les, Tish, Fatima, of course. One of the guys from Far Side, his name is Imani. And Vivica Fox. She was one of the girls who was, remember when the sheet was over their eyes? They were walking around going in a circle.
It was amazing just being able to share a stage, a moment with Michael Jackson. I will remember that for the rest of my life.
I want someone for me who is straight.
The way Mecca came about was Carolyn and Marilyn came to Shane and I with the name. Eddie F gave them that name.
We ended up dancing with Heavy D, and then Eddie F was like, why don't y'all be a group? So we was like, okay. So we went in the studio with Eddie F, and rest in peace, Andre Harrell. We actually went into his office at Uptown Records, and we auditioned for him. And he was going to sign us. It just never transpired, never happened. But for Andre Harrell to say he wanted to sign us, like Andre Harrell, well, that's a big deal.
After working so many years with Bobby, of course, you know, he met Whitney, they got married, and so we were all like family.
Dancing with Whitney Houston was an easy transition because we had already worked with Bobby. I guess she felt really comfortable around us. So when the time came and she needed dancers,
we ended up being her backup dancers as well.
Whitney Houston, oh my goodness, best boss ever. Whitney fell in love with us because, you know, everybody used to call Whitney, unfortunately, Rhythmless Nation, and it wasn't that she was a rhythmless.
They called her a Rhythmless Nation. That's funny. That's funny. I did hear a story about her dance skills.
That they were putting her with people that were doing pirouettes
hold on.
and stuff like that.
Stop. She liked that we were a little bit more hip.
It's my bad. Oh my God, that was funny. Rhythmless Nation. That was funny.
But could still do dances that fit her style of music. So we actually danced with Whitney on the I Will Always Love You tour, which was huge.
We worked with so many male artists that We had no clue what it was to work with such an iconic woman. She treated us with so much respect. I mean, the guys did too, but they roomed us together.
That was the first time I had my own room. I didn't have to share with Salima. We stayed at the Ritz-Carlton for the 4 seasons.
You know, she's my sister-in-law. I retired dancing with Whitney, the Grammys in 2000. That was my last show I ever did. And I didn't know any better. I did it because my son turned 5 years old and he had to go to kindergarten. So I'm like, my baby got to go to school. Had I known that he could have been homeschooled or still been on the road with us, I would have never quit, but I quit for my child. I went through a divorce. When I was on the road with Whitney, I got the message when I was in Germany. And I came home and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I had a very, very good friend, Kevin Wells. He had a record label called Worldwide Records. And because I had my degree in business administration, I was like, I want to work with you. And so he was like, okay, you could be my executive, assistant.
Nice.
And so I worked with Kevin for about a year. One of his first artists, Little Zane, he was doing a video and they were in the casting room. And then I was like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. It just came to me naturally because I guess I was so used to being in front of the camera. I knew what the behind the camera wanted. And that's how my casting career started. I was a casting director for about 12 years, and now I'm a realtor. I've been doing real estate since 2004. That was my backup.
Now, lady, here comes a kiss. Blow a kiss back to me. Now tell me exactly.
Actually, after this, I retired. So I was like, I don't know where else I can go. This is the highest I can get in my dance career. I have worked with Whitney and I have worked with Michael, so it's like, but where else can you go? I'm not sharing a room again, so I guess I'm gonna have to find something else to do. And I was like, what do I do now? I was an actress early on, so I packed up my bags and I moved to LA. I lived there for 10 years. It was a great experience. I have done tons of TV shows, all kind of movies, whatever the black sitcoms were back then, Wayans Brothers, Arliss, HBO, NBC. I did shows on every network, tons of commercials. So I moved to Atlanta because all my friends were in Atlanta at this point. And I pitched a show. I did a pilot and sold it to Revolt, the first show I ever wrote. And now I am still a producer and a writer in the television industry, and it is my passion. It's what I love most. I know I am here because I am a 90s dancer, but all of that led me to be the woman I am today.
That's crazy. It's crazy how like stuff like this and that elevates you to another career within the industry that's close to it as well too, though. Like you see with Josie Harris though as well, and some of the people from the BBD dancers and as well as Terrible T and them as well too. It's crazy. And if they do it like I say, Flex Alexander, you see how he is now, and Big Les, she do her thing as well too.
I stopped dancing because I felt like, who you gonna dance to after that? After Whitney Houston, it's like, who's there out there? There's Janet Jackson, but she got that on lock. I want to be a mom. I want to have a relationship. I want to stop living out of my suitcase. One thing I could say about my high school was an academic and vocational school. They had cosmetology, they had business. I chose cosmetology. I am so grateful for that school because I was able to bow out and just go into that, to hairstyling. And I met Stacey London from that makeover show called What Not to Wear. I worked with her for 7 years. And then I got the opportunity to work at GMA, and now I've been there for 6 years at Good Morning America.
My father came to one of the New Edition shows. I don't remember what happened, who did what, but, he was like, make this your last tour. It might be time for you to do other things. And I think around that time is when the dance started changing and becoming more like twerking more and, being more sexy. And we always had sexy moves, of course, but it just went into a little something different.
Yep.
And I wanted to learn the computers. I wanted to be in the
shout out to the fellow techie
corporate world. That's why I did. I started choreographing, being a lot more behind the scenes. The 90s dances, we just changed the game. We started the game. We started it. you know, and I feel honored to start the background dancing for artists, to really be featured in videos and to be recognized from videos.
It was almost unreal to be on TV and dancing and performing with all these great artists. It was definitely a special time. We had so many talented, memorable artists that made classic songs. You will dance to the 90s music for the rest of your life.
I definitely lived a life that I never thought a young Black girl could have. And I'm just so blessed and grateful that I had that opportunity.
Like I said, another good episode of, another good episode of I Was a Nice Dancer. Definitely, though. I will definitely enjoy that. Hold on. I don't know why that just started, but anyway. I definitely enjoyed the episode. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm wondering going to do new episodes next week soon because I'm all caught up now. I want to, like I said, hopefully I do one for Big Les. I mean, she was doing it, as well as some of the male dancers will too. But if not, there's a couple. So I was a Soul Train dancer episode I want to check out as well too. Was well-known popular Soul Train dancers. So other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to your channels. It's your boy T. Signing off. One love.